Willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe von Sagt es der Welt. Heute aus Rom, Italien. Hier teilen wir das Evangelium mit den Menschen und geben ihnen das Buch Der große Kampf. Ich stehe hier heute vor der Mutterkirche des Jesuitenordens und wir fragen die Menschen über den Hintergrund des Jesuitenordens und was sie denken darüber, dass Papst Franziskus der erste öffentliche jesuitische Papst ist. Okay, we're today here in Italy, Rome, with Ranska. Where are you from?
I'm from Belgium.
From Belgium?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Ranska, do you know where we are here? Where we're standing here?
Yeah, we're standing. It's a church. Jesus, I think it's.
El Jesus?
Yeah, El Jesus Church.
Yeah.
And
do you know something more about this church?
actually not. I think it's a Jesuit.
Yes, it's a Jesuit church.
Yeah, because of the IHS.
Yes, right. Und Magdalena, weißt du, wo wir hier stehen?
Also nicht so ganz. Ich denke eher, dass es so in der Nähe von diesem Piazza di Venezia ist, also weil ich gerade von der Richtung kam. Und ich gehe davon aus, dass wir hier auf einem Platz sind, wo eine katholische Kirche, ist. Und, aber viel mehr jetzt, ich habe die Gegend noch nicht besichtigt.
Okay,
genau.
And we are here together with Joya from Japan. Joya, do you know where we're standing here?
Yes, I know the church of
The Jesuit church, yeah?
Yes. As if I know the right hand of the Saint Francis Xavier is here.
Right.
And also dedicated the Ignatius Loyola.
Loyola, yeah. All right, very good. Do you know that who is the founder of the Jesuit order?
Yes, Ignatius Loyola.
Ignatius Loyola, right. Sally from Australia. And Sally, do you know where we're standing here?
It's a Jesuit church.
It's a Jesuit church,
Yes.
That's true, right.
Yeah.
With Luke and Marinelle from the Netherlands, that's right, from Belgium, was it? From Belgium was that?
Yes.
Great. And Luke, Marinelle, do you know where we're standing here, what place this is? Where we're standing in front of?
Jesus.
Yeah?
Jesu church.
Right, do you know what kind of church this is?
It's from the Jesuit.
Right, it's from the Jesuit order,
Yes,
correctly. If you look to the statue over there, do you know who that is?
I have no idea.
Okay, the name of this man is Ignatius Loyola,
Yes.
and he's the founder of the Jesuit order.
Okay.
We will talk about this a little bit later more, but if you look to the statue, can you describe for us a little bit what you see?
Yes. So I see a man, but there's another man too.
Yes.
And he's lying on his. The standing man has his feet on the other man. The man standing is very proud.
Yeah.
He's very confident. And I don't think the other man lying is not so happy.
Okay.
Also ich würde sagen, dass es sieht für mich so ein bisschen aus, als würde der Mann, der größer ist, eben irgendwie eine Macht ausüben über eine andere Person, die unter ihm ist.
Ja.
Und sehr verwunderlich für eine katholische Kirche, würde ich sagen, für mich, dass man halt irgendwie auf eine Statue sieht, dass jemand unter jemanden ist. Also was sollte es ja in der Kirche eigentlich nicht geben.
Mhm.
Und also ein bisschen wirkt auf mich komisch, also
Okay.
nicht üblich.
Ja.
Nicht rechtlich gesehen irgendwie, sag ich mal, auf einem Niveau, sondern als eben ein Untertan.
He stepped on the person.
Yes, right, he's stepping on a person.
But no idea who is this.
The founder looks contemplative,
Yeah.
thoughtful, looking out to the world, because I know the Jesuits travelled out into the world with their ministry, so
Yes.
I guess that's why he's looking out beyond the
Yeah.
church.
Do you see something more?
Oh, there's a figure underneath, but I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to mean.
Okay,
The figure that
that's true.
seems to be standing on.
Yeah, he's standing on another person.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a saint.
Yes, it's a saint.
He's wearing a long coat, and
His foot is on somebody. I don't know.
Yes,
on a woman.
that's true.
On a woman. I think it's a woman, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay, but we see that Ignatius Loyola, his foot is standing on another person.
Yes.
Do you have an idea who that other man could be?
yeah, I don't know, can be a variety of men lying there.
Maybe I help you a little bit. When you see that this man is Ignatius Loyola, who's the founder of the Jesuit order, do you know when the Jesuit order maybe was founded? Which time?
No idea actually.
Okay, it was about in the time of Martin Luther, about the Reformation time. Maybe you can think about who that person now is.
Yeah, it will be something to do with with Luther.
It's true.
Yeah.
So it's a figure actually for Protestantism.
Yeah.
So it shows actually that Ignatius Loyola, that he is standing with his foot on Protestantism. What do you think about this?
Yeah, this is history, of course. How the Catholic Church and then the Protestant Church, how
They're fighting with each other, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah. When conflict with each other, right?
Nun
weißt du vielleicht, wer diese Person, auf dem Ignatius Loyola dort steht, sein könnte?
Boah, das ist lange her Geschichte.
Ja. Also wenn der Jesuitenorden gegründet wurde in der Zeit Martin Luthers rum, der Reformationszeit.
Dann wird das wohl Martin Luther sein.
Könnte Martin Luther sein oder ein Symbol für den Protestantismus vielleicht.
Genau, ja.
Wenn du das so siehst, dass Ignatius Loyola jetzt, wie du auch eben schon sagtest, Macht ausübt über, sagen wir mal, den Protestantismus oder Martin Luther, was denkst du darüber?
Ich kann da nicht viel zu sagen. Ja, ist natürlich nicht gut, aber ich bin jetzt nicht so tief in der Geschichte, um das halt irgendwie...
Do you know what was the reason for the Jesuit order to be founded?
Yes. Because of to protect the teaching
of the Catholic Church?
Catholic Church not against, but they Protestant.
They fight it against the Protestants. That's right. You know a lot about history. That's good. Do you have now an idea with this background which this person could be who is Ignatius Loyola standing on?
I don't want to say.
You don't want to say?
One of the Protestant.
That's true. As actually, some people say it's Martin Luther, some people say it's a figure for Protestantism. What do you think about this, that the founder of the Jesuit order, Ignatius Loyola, standing on Protestantism? What do you think about it?
I think it's not good.
You think it's not good? Okay.
And so this is a counter-Reformation church.
It's true.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea maybe where he's standing on?
Protestants?
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's a figure for the Protestant movement, for the Protestant Reformation. What do you think about this, Sally, when you see that the founder of the Jesuit order, Ignatius Loyola, is standing on Protestantism?
I think both sides were rather extreme at the time.
Yeah.
The Reformation, Counter-Reformation, they were trying to get people back to the church, but I'm not sure if that's the right way to go about it. Like the theatre and the drama inside is meant to get them in, but I'm not sure about that sort of image, whether that would be enticing to get the people that might, move away from Catholicism to Protestantism. Not sure why that he chose that image.
Yeah. Do you know maybe when the Jesuit order was founded? Do you know that? Which time was that around?
No, I don't. It was early.
I don't know.
It was in the time about Martin Luther, about the Protestant Reformation.
Yes.
It was actually for the counterfeit Reformation. Yeah. With this background, do you maybe have now an idea where his foot is standing on?
The Protestant. I don't know how to say it in English. The Protestants?
Yes, the Protestants. That's true. It's actually a figure from Martin Luther, some say, or some say it's a figure for Protestantism.
Yes.
So, Luke, Marinelle, what do you think about that the founder of the Jesuit order is standing with his foot on Protestantism? What do you think does that mean?
To destroy?
It's a good expression, right? Maybe to destroy Protestantism. I want you to read something, please.
Okay.
This is from the Library of Congress in Washington, and it is the oath of the Jesuit order. So if you become a Jesuit, you need to agree on this. It's just a part, and I would like you to read this for us. The red part, please.
Yeah. So I furthermore promise and declare that I will, when opportunity present, make and wage relentless war, secretly or openly, against all heretics, Protestants and liberals, as I am directed to do, to extirpate and exterminate them from the face of the whole earth, and that I will spare neither age, sex or condition, and that I will hang, waste, boil, flay, strangle and bury alive these infamous heretics, rip up the stomachs and wombs of their women, and crush their infants' heads against the walls, in order to annihilate forever their execrable race, that when the same cannot be done openly, I will secretly use the poisoned cup, the strangulating cord, the steel of the poniard, or the leading bullet, regardless of the honor, rank, dignity, or authority of the person or persons, whatever may be their condition in life, either public or private, as I at any time may be directed to do so to do by any agent of Pope or Superior of the Brotherhood of the Holy Faith of the Society of Jesus.
Thank you. Okay. What do you think about this when you read this?
Yeah. It's not friendly.
It's not friendly, huh?
Okay.
Do you have some other ideas about it? That the Jesuit needs to take that oath?
Yes, of course. It's very against. It's very. I don't know how to say it.
Against Protestantism, maybe?
Yes, of course. Also,
okay.
Yeah.
Es ging eigentlich darum, dass gesagt wird, dass ein Jesuit quasi einen Protestanten bis aufs Äußerste quasi verfolgen wird, töten wird, dass er alle Mittel dafür nutzen wird, um einen Protestanten zu töten. Dass er sogar die Kinder aus den schwangeren Bäuchen der protestantischen Frauen herausreißen würde, nur um den Protestantismus zu vernichten. Wenn du das so liest, Magdalena, was denkst du darüber?
Das hat nichts mit Rechten zu tun, die man hat, oder dass man, ja, ich glaube, es ist halt einfach auch schwierig auf die Zeit heutzutage zu übertragen, würde ich sagen. Also es ist eine Sache, die für mich gar nicht geht.
Ja, mehr in der Vergangenheit für dich jetzt liegt. What do you think about this when you read this oath, which the Jesuit needs to take?
Something I cannot agree.
Something which you cannot agree on.
It's pretty heavy duty.
It's pretty heavy, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this, that the Jesuit needs to take such an oath?
Still, today?
Yes.
I find that quite surprising.
It is, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. What do you think about this oath, which a Jesuit needs to take?
Strong.
It's very strong language, right?
Yes.
It's the first time that you read this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to read you a second article. It's from the Newsweek. Can you read the headline, please, first?
Yeah. With their first pope, Jesuits are making a comeback.
And then, please, first section here.
Is this Pope a Catholic? Of course, but Francis is a Jesuit too. A member of the elite worldwide Society of Jesus, founded in 1540 by St. Ignatius of Loyola. Its organization and discipline reflecting his military background. Soldiers for Christ or God's awkward squad, self-regarding or selfless depending on the point of view. For the first time in history, this Catholic order has its own man as pontiff.
Right, thank you.
Okay.
What do you think about that Pope Francis is a Jesuit? The first Jesuit Pope.
Yes, what I think of it.
Yes.
Yeah, I never thought of it as a problem. But now that I'm standing here, I think maybe there is another opinion also.
Maybe. Mal, seit die katholische Kirche einen öffentlichen Jesuiten als Papst haben. Was denkst du darüber, dass Papst Franziskus ein Jesuit ist?
das wirklich wahr?
Ja. Wir haben es gerade hier gelesen bei der Newsweek.
Ja, da geht das ja gar nicht, was man dann macht. Also hätte ich jetzt nicht gedacht. Also ist total verwunderlich, weil das würde eigentlich überhaupt gar nicht passen zu dem. Also der Papst repräsentiert ja und das Katholikentum und den Glauben und alles und dass das halt dann irgendwie was so an die Jesuiten gehört. Wenn man so schlecht über die Jesuiten spricht, dann ist das natürlich für die Gesellschaft dann wahrscheinlich etwas, wo man sagt, das geht gar nicht.
Okay, what do you think about that Pope Francis is a Jesuit?
Jesuit. Yes, he is a Jesuit. But what to say? I don't know about the order of Jesuit, but I love this Pope.
Yeah. What do you think about this, Sally, that Pope Francis is a Jesuit?
I don't really have any comment about that. I probably can't say anything about that, teaching in a Catholic school anyway.
Okay.
So.
What do you think about that he needed to take such an oath to become a Jesuit?
I would find that at odds with what I think he says he believes in. I don't know. It seems to me at odds with Christianity.
What do you think about that Pope Francis is a Jesuit?
Yeah, but maybe not in the same sense than...
Like Ignatius Loyola?
Yeah.
But what do you think that Pope Francis needed to take an oath like this to become a Jesuit?
Did he?
Every Jesuit needs to take such an oath. What do you think about this? What's your opinion?
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't know.
What do you think about that Pope Francis needed to take that oath, what we just have read?
Yeah.
Because he's a Jesuit.
Yes. It's very difficult. Also because it all has to do with history also, and it's not really adapted in those modern times.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a contrast, of course.
It's very interesting, you know. In Bible prophecy in Revelation, the last book of the Bible, it says that the Catholic Church gets into world power again prior to the second coming of Christ, and that this world is going into chaos. And the Bible says that the only hope which we have is a close relationship to Jesus Christ in these last days. What we're going to do for you is we leave you with this book. And this is a wonderful book. It talks about how you can have a close relationship to Christ, because we believe that we need this in these last days while the Catholic Church is going back into world power. So we want to thank you, and we wish you a good and blessed day.
Thank you.
And a good time in Rome.
Thank you.
All right? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. What do you think about that Pope Francis needed to take such an oath to become a Jesuit?
I don't know.
You're not clear about this right now. Okay. Do you know what is interesting is that in the Bible, in the last book, in the book of Revelation, it says there that the Catholic Church is coming back into world power, into world dominion prior to the second coming of Jesus Christ. And that the only hope what we have in these last days is to have a close relationship to Jesus Christ. And what we're going to do for you is that we want to leave you with this book. It's a wonderful book. The title is Steps to Christ, and it shows how we can have a close relationship to Jesus Christ in these last days, and that our only hope is Jesus Christ and not a man on earth. I want to thank you for your time. Appreciate this, and I wish you a good day here in Rome. Thank you very much. God bless. Sally, while we're standing here in front of this Jesuit church, it's interesting that the Bible tells us in the last book of Revelation, it says that actually history will repeat. It says actually that the Catholic Church as a system comes back to world power and will repeat her history. When we know that the Jesuit order was founded to fight against Protestantism, it's interesting to think about what they're doing today. And now we have the first time a public, open Jesuit Pope. And I believe personally, Sally, that in these last days that all these things will happen prior to the second coming of Christ, and that we personally need a close relationship to Jesus Christ, which is the only hope, what I believe, in these last days. The Bible says in the last book of Revelation, it says there that prior to the second coming of Christ, that the history will actually repeat, that the Catholic Church will coming back to world power again. And if we see in history how the Counter-Reformation came, how Protestants were persecuted by the Jesuit order, the Bible tells us that in these last days our only hope will be in a close relationship to Jesus Christ, and not that we put our hope in a man here on earth. Was denkst du darüber, dass Papst Franziskus einen solchen Eid nehmen musste, um Jesuit zu werden?
Diesen Eid, den wir gerade gelesen haben. Schrecklich.
Weißt du, was interessant ist, Magdalena? Dass das Buch Offenbarung, das letzte Buch in der Bibel, uns sagt, dass kurz vor der Wiederkunft Jesu, dass die katholische Kirche wieder zur Weltmacht kommen wird, die sie einst hatten. Und die Bibel sagt uns, dass unser einziger Schutz in dieser letzten Zeit ist, eine wirklich enge Beziehung zu Jesus Christus zu haben.
Genau.
Und was wir nun für dich tun möchten, ist, dass wir dir dieses Buch schenken möchten. Dieses Buch hat mein Leben persönlich verändert. Es ist das Buch Der große Kampf oder Der große Konflikt. Und dieses Buch zeigt eigentlich, wie die Geschichte sich, wir haben gerade eben ein bisschen was über Geschichte gehört, wie diese Geschichte sich wiederholen wird. Und wir möchten dir danken für deine Zeit, die du mit uns gegeben hast.
Ich hoffe, ich konnte
und
helfen.
wünschen dir Gottes Segen beim Lesen dieses
Super,
Buches.
vielen lieben Dank.
Danke dir, Magdalena.
Danke auch.
Dankeschön.
Ja.
Schönen Tag
Viel
dir noch.
Spaß euch.
Tschö.
Ciao.
Danke fürs Einschalten zu einer weiteren Ausgabe von Sagt es der Welt. Heute hier aus Rom, Italien, wo wir das Evangelium mit den Menschen geteilt haben und das Buch Der große Kampf, um sie aufmerksam zu machen für die gegenwärtige Wahrheit für diese Zeit. Wir haben tolle Erlebnisse gehabt mit den Menschen, einige, die wir nicht auf Film gefangen haben. Und wir freuen uns darauf auf eine weitere Ausgabe von Sagt es der Welt. Bis dahin, Gottes Segen.